Hey, so, today, we're doing something definitely a little bit different from the norm. Um, this is a game that, is not actually a Toho game, although it is one that, Zune has worked on. It's called, Uwabami Breakers, and it's a game about drinking. Basically, you play a drunk in a bar fighting, I think, flying food and the people who run the bar. I don't think this is translated. I don't think there's much to translate. And I really don't know. I know a fair bit about the game, but I really don't know what to expect. Like, can you really prepare yourself going into a game with that description? And I really don't know, so I guess I'll just get started and figure it out on the way. So apparently my regular thing is like a charge attack, and I can rapid fire like this. And I have an alcohol meter on the side of the screen that is my attack power, I think. And it's also my bomb power, as is in some of the other Toho games. So if it costs me 1 liter of beer, I guess, to use a bomb. And unique to this game, if you use a bomb, your maximum beer, that's never gonna stop being weird. Your maximum beer is lowered by 0.1 for the rest of the stage. So you'll be permanently weaker for the rest of the level every time you use a bomb, by a little bit. So, as is as is tradition, I will just try not to use any bombs at all, if I can. That fits my playstyle, unfortunately. So basically, you can see we're fighting food. What, did I get hit? I think I won. I think I lost. What the heck? What the heck just happened? Someone help me out here. I think I lost. So I think the way this game works is that you don't really have lives. You have a time. You can see at the side of the screen there's a time. And if the game gets to closing time, I lose. And if I die, it passes more time. Which is definitely, that's different. I didn't expect to totally eat game over on the first level. Hopefully this won't end up being a very, very short video, which it might. I'm not really sure what happened, it seems like time's going by really fast. There's gotta be something I'm doing wrong here, because that seems really strange. But I don't know. Some fundamental misunderstanding about the game may cause this to be a short and pretty uneventful video. Okay. Who's Ace H? I downloaded this game off the internets, so this might be someone else's copy. Well, this is not how I expected this to go. I don't know. I guess if I can't get past the first level, um, I don't know. Maybe I won't put this video up. Maybe I will. Let's try to at least, you know, give it the old college try, I suppose. Um, maybe I should have studied the mechanics of this game in greater detail. But it's really unusual. I didn't expect that it would be this hard to get to the end of the first level. That is unusual. There's got to be something I'm doing wrong here, because I mean, I think that the time is supposed to last the entire game. There's 3 stages, and it's not really even without dying. Is it score? Do I have to get a good score to keep the time from passing too quickly? I don't know. A lot of the mechanics that I've learned from Toho don't necessarily carry over, so I'm a little bit at a loss. And I keep getting killed by pizzas, which is, I gotta say, a slightly embarrassing way to die. And we're done. All of my Toho skills are failing me against pizzas. I have to admit, this is a pretty embarrassing moment in my bullet hell career. I really have no idea what's going on. I'll admit, even knowing that this was kind of a weird game, I didn't expect to be this lost. Am I not killing enough enemies? I don't know. Yeah, I'm obviously doing something wrong. Other than getting hit, I couldn't really tell you what. I guess I should just try and kill enemies more. Will that have an effect? I don't know. Enemies being food. The food enemies. Yeah. Okay, this is something. Something. Pizzas. I think we're getting to the pizzas. Really stuck on the pizzas. If I can survive the pizzas, I might have a shot, you know? Okay, I got to the boss. Gone into slow motion. I think I heard that the charged shot is stronger than the repeating fire, so that's what I'm going for right now. I think I might be kind of screwed because I just reached last order time, which I really have no idea what the heck is going on here. Yeesh. Surviving the boss fairly well, at least. Considering. This game seems kind of merciless, though. I mean, apparently, unless I'm just not getting how this works. I mean, if you mess up once, you're pretty much done. Or twice, I guess. I survived doing it once. Oops. I didn't mean to bomb, but whatever. I'm not used to using 3 buttons at once. Well, okay. Do we want to try again? I have no idea what's going on. I really don't. Like, does anything affect the time other than getting hit? I am not sure. Am I doing better now? Am I doing worse? I don't know. Can't imagine I'm gonna get to the end, given my performance so far. I think I might just screw the charge shot, because it's really distracting me trying to use it. Die, sushi, I think. Well, I'm at full power, so that's good. It's just I gotta take down the pizzas. This game does not screw around. God. People will ask me, what did you do today? I'm like, got owned by pizzas. Jeez. I want to at least show part of the game, like part of the game past the first stage. I'd like to. Will that be possible? I don't know. I really don't. Also don't know. I didn't run a shot clock on this video because I didn't think I'd need it. So I have no idea of how long I've spent on this, or how long I will end up spending on this. I can't imagine I've been doing this for more than 10 minutes or so. If I just keep dying, I'm obviously gonna have to eventually give up. But I want to get past the first level. I really didn't expect this to be the game that would trip me up on the first stage. You know, I haven't died yet, so if I get past the pizzas and get to the boss without having lost a life, I might stand a serious shot. But I don't know, the pizzas are pretty, it's pretty fast. Once I take out one or two of them, it's fine, I guess, but, okay, let's take this guy down, this guy, whoever this guy is. Streaming, I can do that. Yeah, I'm trying not to fall silent here, I'm really trying to concentrate. So yeah, I think I'm much more comfortable doing the, using the regular rapid shot. Yikes, okay. Okay, this is my last shot. I gotta take this guy down. Darn it. Damn it. How can I give up? What time is it? Give me just a minute. Hold on. Okay. So if I go for another, let's call it 20 minutes. 20 minutes without getting past the first level, I'm gonna call it. This video has ended up being structured much differently than I expected it to. You know, I kind of figured I knew what I was getting into, but let's face it, there was no way I was ever going to know what I was getting into with a game like this. Hopefully this isn't too boring, just watching the first stage over and over again. Although, unlike a lot of games, the longer ones, you at least kind of see the process, you know, of kind of getting used to the attacks and learning how to deal with them. It's different than just kind of seeing me go after the bosses once and get blitzed by their attacks. And, you know, I think a lot of players, you know, you don't really see the process because, you know, they want to skip straight to the winning part, which is, you know, understandable. I don't know, there's probably less of an audience for watching someone lose over and over again. But I don't know, it might be kind of entertaining. Another thing to note is that basically the score in this game is your character racking up a massive tab at the bar. I imagine that we may be quickly sending her to the poorhouse, but you know, all in the name of bullet hell, I guess. So I kind of got this one down. Is kind of wobbly knife thing. There are translations of the spell cards on the wiki, and I will probably eventually read them. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna call this the wobbly knife thing. And I should be prepared to bomb if I need to. I probably won't, but I think you've come to expect that at this point if you've been watching my videos. Okay, I'm doing alright on this one. Kinda, ooh, jeez. I spoke too soon. Die. What? Okay, hold on. I got this. I got this. No, I'm fine. I guess since this game is only 3 stages, you kind of have to pack the difficulty of 2 stages at once into Okay, so it does go for only one stage. So I guess each level is actually pretty self-contained. Okay, so I kind of have an idea of how this works now. I am generally, I see the process now. That really doesn't give you a lot of wiggle room. Usually you build up wiggle room in the early stages and spend it in the later stages. Here you just have to, since every stage is self-contained, you just, all of your wiggle room is spent in the stage itself, which means there's not very much. Oops. I don't know. Trying to talk strategy and stuff here while also trying to concentrate and may end up saying things that don't make a whole lot of sense. Why does food hate me? I apologize for eating you all these years. I didn't know it pissed you off so much. Yeah. I tried to bomb, but I'm still kind of thrown off by the I'm used to having one finger on shoot and another on bomb. Which, I don't know, maybe I should remap the keys. Oh, shit. Is she at mid-boss right now, or is this boss? Because if it's mid-boss, I'm pretty much screwed, because I won't be able to get to the full boss. I don't know. Am I gonna have to start over at stage 1 if I lose? I think I'm doing alright. Jesus. Well, okay. Retry. No, it's beginning. Oh boy. I guess I'll give this a couple more shots. Like I said, this game is a lot more merciless about, this is kind of, it's less like a standard Toho game and more like a 3-part extra stage, really. So it's a different kind of thing. The kind of thing is different. I would still like to I'd like to see stage 3 if possible. I'm not very hopeful. And I don't want to make this video drag on too long. But you know, I kind of was expecting a thing where I kind of get at least almost to the end, but this is a very, let's call it a concentrated experience, because it has a high alcohol content, you could say. Alright, and now we gotta face up to the pizzas. I may never eat a pizza the same way again. Instead, I will eat it with hateful vengeance. For some reason, the trigger button seems a lot more touchy. I don't know if it's because it's a different key and the key is more broken. I don't know. Or if it's just because my finger is my finger muscles aren't trained to hold this position. I kind of wish I could just have like an auto shot, just like there's no reason to ever stop shooting most of the time. But you know, holding Z is not usually as uncomfortable because it's right next to shift. It's right where my finger would be naturally. I don't know. I'm sure that the minutia of my finger arrangement playing this game is absolutely fascinating. I'm getting alright at this guy's attacks. Ugh. So I say. Let's see, what have we got? Okay. We still got plenty of time. I figured since this was a 3-stage game, this would end up being a short video, but you know, I didn't expect to actually have to restart multiple times. The game itself is pretty short. It may actually be comparable in length to an extra stage, which is about 15 minutes. But of course, that means you have to go through the process of practicing. You know, if I die again, I'm gonna look into remapping the keys. I'm sure that will be a fascinating part of the videos. Reconfiguring the controls for maximum comfort. Yay! The height of entertainment. I don't know if you can remap the keys though. I may have to actually go out of the game into a config file. If I have to do that, I'll just deal. I forgot about that. This food is pissing me off. Just not something you would say all that often, I guess, unless you're a food critic, I suppose. Pizzas. I survived the pizzas. Alrighty. Yeah. I'm sure the charge shot might be better if I knew how to use it right, but I don't really feel like practicing to kind of perfect my technique when I can just shoot like I usually do. I mean, you know, it's no ultimate awesome sword slash like Yomu's charge attacks. Maybe if I did have an awesome sword slash, I'd be using my charge attack more, but all I get is chopsticks, so screw it. Let's see, I have no hits to take now, so I guess I'd better not make any mistakes. But hey, and process of playing Touhou, you learn to expect to run into situations where if you make one single mistake, you are completely boned. Man, this game is kicking my ass. On the upside, I might actually eventually develop a technique that lets me kind of take out enemies with a bit more efficiency. Probably not, though. I don't know if I touched on this. I don't know. Everything that has happened since I started playing this game has been a bit of a blur. It might be the beer. But the only way to get power is by killing enemies that are beer. The more drunk you are, the stronger you are, which I suppose might apply in some version of reality. I mean, I've heard of drunken boxing, but not drunken shooting. Actually, that sounds like a really good way to get someone hurt badly. What am I shooting anyway? Are those also chopsticks? I don't know. Yeah, kind of getting cornered here. Damn you, food. What did I ever... Oh yeah, I think we already covered that part. It never stops being surreal seeing beer and pizzas come down from the top of the screen to take me out. Okay, so there we go. I think I got this. I have some wiggle room to die this time, although with my awesome skills, I'm sure that I won't. Unlike last time. Yeah. An interesting thing is that fans have theorized that the people who run this bar might actually be aware of Gensokyo, since they actually do use the spell card system. Of course, any connection between this game and Touhou is tenuous at best, because this game, really when you get right down to it, this game isn't about anything other than beer, and the fact that Zune really likes beer. The whole plot is pretty much an excuse to be having Touhou in a bar, or Danmaku in a bar, you know what I mean. Other than that, it's basically a nonsense plot. The fact that there's no dialogue, I was actually kind of hoping there would be dialogue in this game, you know, talking with the people that you're shooting at, having lively and interesting conversations, you know, that kind of thing. What really kind of throws me a little about this is the fact that I'm being attacked by cheese. No, the fact that you doing really well in the first level doesn't improve your chances at all in the second level, other than getting you there. There's no, like I said, there's no building up wiggle room, which makes it a little bit frustrating that the game basically starts you fresh every time you die, because, you know, there's no I am so screwed. There's no, like, going back and improving my performance to get to stage 2 with more bombs and more lives, and more power, which makes, you know, it kind of raises the question, what's the point of playing the levels in sequence? Could I not just unlock stage 2 and then start from there next time? But, you know, whatever. I don't know, for some reason it feels weirder to be attacked by cheese than to be attacked by, really getting up in my personal space, than to be attacked by pizzas. I don't know why. I guess cheese is just weirder. So I think this is the person who runs the bar. She has decided to personally beat me up. And let's see, I don't know where it says how many spell cards she has. If it does at all, tell you that. So I think so. Stage 2 is actually more generous about letting you take hits before the boss. I really should have just bombed right there. Okay, so I really need to take out all of the drinks fast so that they don't knock me out. Whoa. Oh, I see, they're bubbles. That's clever. And killing me. You're cleverly killing me. What is it? What is it? What? Jeez. What do you say? What do you say? Give another shot. I think I'm gonna check, game setting, BGM, SE, key config. What? Rapid. How do I... What? I'm confused. 0, 3, what? I don't know how to set this. Pressing keys, arrows. I really don't know. Okay, I have failed. My quest to change the key configuration has... I am turning back in shame because I have no idea how to work the menu. I'll admit that's a little embarrassing. But I think I might have a shot of at least getting to the third stage. I don't expect to beat it. I've already spent a decent amount of time getting to... I think I should just give up worrying about killing enemies, because I think we've seen it doesn't really have much effect on anything other than your score and having less plates of food shoot at you, which I suppose is always something to aim for. But I don't think it has any effect on my time, which is what I was really hoping for. Yeah, I'd like to at least beat the second boss. Once I'm off screen, if I get some actual dedicated practice in, I think I'll find that I actually beat this game in a fairly short span of time. Considering how it's structured. It's just, it really, it's different than what you, a standard Toho game. It's not like a 3-stage Toho game. It really is just pretty much an extra stage all the way through. I really would have appreciated if it would just unlock the stage. I guess that's not really in the style of you know, the Toho games, or, you know, bullet hells in general. But, you know, it's like, what do I really gain out of starting fresh if it doesn't affect my, you know, my resources? None of my resources carry over from one stage to the next, so it feels like a bit of a jip that I can put in all this effort and pull off a really good stage 1, and it has no influence whatsoever on my standing in stage 2. At least in the really hard extra stages, if you did really, really well up through right to the very end, you'd probably have a lot of lives to blow on like the God damn it. A lot of lives to blow on the last few spell cards, and this isn't like that at all. So I don't know, maybe you can't really compare it with anything in Touhou exactly in terms of game structure. It's different and weird, which, well, I mean, yeah, I guess I could have called that. Uwabami Breaker's different and weird. That's definitely, that's my groundbreaking observation. I gotta say, I'm letting myself get distracted. I was gonna say, I find the swaying bar background kind of appealing. It's making me hungry, actually, seeing the pizzas fly by that aren't shooting at me. But of course, as soon as I look at the background, I get shot in the face. So, that didn't go too terribly well. But, you know, if I get really good at the boss, it doesn't matter if I get hit a couple times. Hey, these don't aim at me at all. Jeez, how long did it take me to figure that out? And also, one of the things that I do find kind of a pain is, I find the process of working up from low power a little bit tedious. So the fact that I start over every single stage at 0 power does kind of sting a little bit. I'd really just like to be able to, you know, stay at 3 power at the very least. You know, even if I don't carry over any lives or anything, I at least have to like to have full power. That's kind of like the privilege of the later stages. At the very least, you'll usually have full power, or shortly get up to it. Whereas this game kind of makes you work for it every single stage, which is, I'll admit, that's not really my favorite approach to it. But you know, and I can't take a single hit now, so I guess I better. Yeah. Who's surprised? I'm not. Okay, I gotta focus. Gotta be like Eye of the Tiger here. Or something. I don't know. Also something I forgot to mention, you probably noticed, this game doesn't have any difficulty modes. You can tell it's a lot less work went into it, which, I mean, you know, not a knock on or anything. I mean, it's a free game that was kind of made on a whim about beer and flying, attacking foods. You know, it was just kind of a one-off thing. So it's there's no extra difficulty levels. There's just one set of attacks for everything. So, you know, on the upside, if I do beat this game, I can say that I beat it on the highest difficulty level. But in all honesty, I think it's about the same as a normal mode. Not that Stage 1 is the equivalent of normal mode Stage 1, because it's definitely not. But why do I keep forgetting that these things come up from the bottom of the screen? God. Let's see, and full, no, not quite. Almost full power. Damn you pizzas. All along, we never knew pizzas were the enemy of humanity. Okay, I'm really getting good at the pizzas. They're simple, it's just when the streams of bullets kind of crowd over each other, that's when it gets kind of annoying. This guy isn't so tough. He's just got that one regular attack that always seems to kill me, but I do have some wiggle room now on this one. So I should be fine, probably. He's really not that tough. Dude. Apparently as soon as I say I'm doing fine, I die. I should really know better at this point. But no, we've gotten to this part again, and I can't lose. I can't afford to get hit once. course, I'm quite appropriately swaying drunkenly through the bullets. I think part of this, what makes this one difficult, is more psychological than anything. You get distracted by the fact that there is another cloud of bullets hovering right over you, but it's not going to hit you until next time. But it's really distracting, and the pattern will probably be easier if it didn't have, you know, the extra round of bullets just kind of looming over you. Partly just because it covers up what's actually flying towards you. But it's just kind of, it's distracting. Although, you know, there's a lot of things in this game that can distract you from the fact that you're supposed to be dodging bullets. For example, the fact that you're being attacked by flying food. Some of it is cheese. But yeah, so far, my impression is that this game is exactly as weird as I imagined it would be. Maybe a little weirder. It certainly is, I mean, you know it's gonna be good, as far as bullet hells go. It was made by Zune. As an aside, the group who made this, Zune and his friends, they went under the name of the Drinking Party, which it's not really hard to guess why. I'm pretty sure that they just kind of decided to make this game on a whim. Probably while drunk. Just a guess. Apparently Zune really likes drinking. I think he's brought that up a lot in his interviews. He really likes beer. I'm not a drinking person. I actually don't drink at all. So some of the I guess the theme is somewhat lost on me, because I'm not a drinker at all. So maybe this, as thematically, this isn't really the game for me, I suppose. But you know, I can still appreciate a good bullet hell. And you know, it does have a certain charm to it, the fact that it makes so little sense. I don't know how much time I have left. I think, yeah, I'm right down to the end of the clock. Boom! Okay. We gotta focus now. Focus. Gotta really bring it together now. If I can avoid dying very much on the stage, I should actually have a lot to work with on the boss, which would be good, because she's actually pretty tough. And I really don't know what's up with this. Am I supposed to get underneath them? It seems kind of risky. Cheese. Why does it have... I don't know. The cheese weirds me out. Darn. Is cheese something you'd see much in a bar? Also, although this is a decent game, it's getting me killed a lot. I really, I can't say I think too much of its habit of having enemies rise up from the bottom of the screen. That strikes me as a little bit unfair. Come on, 30, or 3.0, I mean. You know what I meant. My finger is not positioned on the bomb button at all, so it's... And then of course I accidentally bomb. Yeah, I think that a key config change would have really saved my life at a couple points. So much for having leeway on the boss. I really ruined my chances there. Well, there it goes. I'll probably post a clear one continue clear of this game at some point. But I think at this point, you pretty much get the point. I think I'm gonna call it here. I do wish I could have been able to see at least a little bit of the third stage. I probably wouldn't have gotten too far. But I think I've amply demonstrated what this game is about. It's about getting beat up by flying food and beer, and shooting at chefs and beer, and dodging a lot of bullets and beer. So if you want to see a clear of this game interspersed with other videos of actual Toho games, I'm sure it'll be going up somewhere in the near future. So I will see you then.